What's going on, everybody? I appreciate all of you hanging out waiting on the stream to start. For those who catch a replay, though, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. When we do these live chats, you can take part right along with us. So package came in from Randy. Got a package about a week ago from Kalen, who's in the chat. Shout out to Kalen. Bunch of Lorenzo Pazzaglia decants. Bunch. I pulled out the two that I'm very eager to try. Sun-gria and Summer Hammer. The two seem to be hype beasts of the bunch. And then Randy sent me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 decants as well. But we're going with Creed Centaurus and the newest Kenzo Homme Santal Marin. Yeah, I want to try those. So we're going to do 4. So we've got plenty of content between these. And then on top of that, I didn't even want to, Kaylin, I know you can see this. I didn't even want to attempt to try to cut this. I need to grab a razor blade because this is just so ludicrous. There's so much tape on this. This is ridiculous. I don't know what's in here. And until I grab a razor blade, because I could hack at it with this, but that's just, Kaylin, come on, man. It's a wild-ass tape job. So we'll bother with that another time. So I don't even know what's in there. But the Lorenzo Pazzaglia fragrances were in a nice little box. They had a little bow wrap on them and everything. So we'll do a couple of those. Just giving you a hard time, Kaylin. I appreciate you. And the Ghost in the Shell from TLTG is the scent choice of the day. I was debating between this and whatchamacallit from Juice Box. Why am I drawing a blank? It's literally right there. Cheeky smile. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. I wanted to go with a molecule fragrance today. And I was like, you know what? I haven't really worn this one since I got it. Let me roll with this. So it's fresh. It's super synthetic. It's loaded with aroma molecules. It's a fresh amber musk. It's the best way I can describe this. It's a little floral. And that's pretty much the extent of it. Have it on my arm. Have it, 5 sprays around the neck as well. Just radiating this fresh yet ambery, musky smell. Very synthetic smelling. Seems like something that would be great to layer. I literally put that in the title of my Scent of the Day Shorts video. For those of you that like to layer, I bet this is great to layer with. If you really want to lift a different fragrance, this will probably do it. Loaded with molecules to do said job of lifting another fragrance's profile. At least I believe it to be. So I think this would be really good for it. And I love the bottle. I love that like tactile feel. It's got this rubbery, like matte finish feel while still being frosted. I'm digging it. Not going to be a fragrance for everyone, but I'm glad to have it. So we got 107 people already in the first 3 minutes. I appreciate you guys. Hit that thumbs up on your way in. We had like 100 comments before the live stream even started. So I'm warning you now, I'm going to have to skip ahead quite a bit to even come close to getting current, because if not, it'll be the 20-minute mark before we smell the fragrance. So I'm thankful for all of you. I'm glad you're all having a good old time. And like I said, it was like 100 comments that I clicked scroll up on StreamYard. It was like 102 or something like that before we even went live. So you guys are the real MVP. So let's dive into some of these comments. Aventus Cologne, my favorite Creed for sure. I've heard good things about Centaurus. I'm very much looking forward. Look, if it compels me enough, I might buy a bottle at some point. Not right now because it's way too expensive, but maybe later. You never know. Which on a different live stream, we'll try a triple-aged Absolute Aventus. Got that as a decant. Well, we got several other. How about Rouge Privé and Parfum? Randy hooked it up, got to say. Now I need to get his package together now that Spice Bomb Dark Leather's here. I got several things I want to send to him. I haven't tried that one. Good to see you, Patrick. Good to see you. Love the content. I appreciate that. Bad Boy Cobalt, the best from the Bad Boy line. Agreed. There's the man of the hour. Good to see you, sir. I'm excited to check out Summer Hammer. I've heard nothing but praise. That's the one I'm most excited to smell. The Summer Hammer. Have a feeling I'm going to want a bottle. Chrome Pure. Smooth Operator wearing business over pleasure. Hell yeah. Giancarlo Burton. Aqua de Joe Absolute. Good choice. Joel wearing Carasso Bay. Smelling very tropical, sir. Great choice. K. Ali Pistachio. Yum Pistachio Gelato. Blessings to you as well, sir. Darren, good to see you, sir. Joe Malone, Game of Spades. Wild card. Never tried that one. So let me try to skip down a little bit. Silver Mountain Water. While climbing a mountain, it just hit different. The fresh, invigorating notes on it seamlessly blend with the crisp mountain air, making the experience even more memorable. I bet. Shout outs to you. Austin, good to see you, sir. Wearing Reflection, man. Tried and true Office Beast. I'll take it over Prodalome any day. You're not wrong, sir. You're not wrong. That is a superior fragrance. I would take it over Prodalome as well. I go back and forth between that and Epic Man is my favorite. Electimus Imperium, that's a fantastic fragrance. Greenleaf for Dan, not the man. We got my guy Kix Griffey in the house. Mega Mare, indeed scary. So I'm going to kind of jump around on the way down if you guys don't mind, because there's just so many comments. I see we got 130 in the first 5 minutes. I appreciate you guys. Hit that thumbs up. I'm going to try my best around the 10, 11 minute mark. We're going to sniff the first fragrance, and I think it's going to be Summer Hammer to start things off. So let them know, my man. Let them know. Let's see. I got to skip on down a little more than that. You or someone like you. Hell yeah, that's right here. I've never put it on the shelf. I always just kind of keep it there and just randomly pull the cap and sniff it all the time. Kajal Ferris, that is a great, great choice. It is Joel's birthday. I did not know that. Well, happy birthday to you, Joel. I didn't know y'all celebrated birthdays in Canada. Is that a thing there too? So, glad to have you joining us on your birthday, Joel. How many years young are you, if you don't mind me asking? You don't have to tell us if you don't want to, obviously, but I figured I'd ask. All right, let's skip on down. Roy, good to see you, my man. Seraphine Blue, kick off the week right. That's what I did yesterday. My weeks start on Sunday in my rotation, so that's what I wore yesterday. I wore it Saturday night and then again Sunday. Kara, good to see you wearing Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Beau Paradise Garden. Great choice. So I apologize. I'm going to skip on down a little bit. There's one of the men of the hour right there. Aqua Celestia Forte. My favorite MFK. Great choice. Great damn choice, Randy. Hell yeah. Stephen, good to see you. Dark leather, it's a good phrase. I had somebody comment in the comment section that it's long lasting, just doesn't project for them. And look, it could be a little bit of nose fatigue that's making me feel like it's weaker in longevity than it actually is. Of course, I can't rule that out. I preach it all the time to every Tom, Dick, and Harry that wants to come at me that a fragrance is gone in an hour. I do genuinely, in the testing I've done, it's kind of fallen right in that 4 to 5 hour range every time. It might just be consistently. That's where I get the severe nose fatigue. I don't know. But I got to go with, the multiple times of testing it now. Because since I got it, I've been testing it almost nonstop. And I do really like it. My wife really likes it too. It's just, I wouldn't have been upset to buy it at retail, because normally I do. Had the PR company they're dealing with not reached out to me to let me know they wanted to send me a bottle, I was going to buy it immediately when it hit their US site, like I said in the review, because I always do. Their last 3 releases I bought directly from Victor and Rolf the day they released on their US website. So what I do, I did it with Invictus Parfum for Paco Rabanne. Certain ones I get so excited, like I'm buying as soon as they launch, and the Spice Bomb line is that. If PR company doesn't reach out to me before it hits the US site next time they drop one, I'm going to buy the damn thing at retail. So I'm not disappointed as long as it's not a 1 hour fragrance for real. 4 or 5 hours, I'm cool with that. I got settings for it. It'll go slide right into my date night rotation. It's perfect for my evenings when we go out to dinner and go to the movies and stuff. So I'm not mad at it at all, but I could see where a lot of people are going to gripe, because it could have much more uses if it had a little bit better longevity on it. Like if it was an 8 hour fragrance, I feel like it could do so much more for so many more people in the cooler weather, So skip on down, Sandy. Good to see you, sir. Sean, good to see you. Opulentia from Tomavici. So, yeah, I got so much to skip down. Citrap Boisé, great choice, my man. Fragrance Attorney, I see you. Can we start with Creed? I need to go to bed before the whole stream is over. You know what, Roy? Because of your situation, I'll oblige, my man. I'm glad I caught this on the way down, because I was definitely starting with Summer Hammer. I'll do that for you, Roy, because I understand it's like 7. It's like, 1:30 to 1 or 2 in the morning for you? It's either 1 or 2. So I appreciate you. So I'll definitely do that, man. We'll start with, let me pull the Creed to the side, because we're going to start here in about 2 minutes. Let me try to catch the bottom here, if we don't mind. Trying to skip. Also have Delphinus on the way. I've heard good things about both. Love Centaurus got a sample sent from Scent Rush, and it's great in my opinion. Hoffman, good to see you. Ambassador, great. But after smelling many that you have smelled, maybe some redundancy. I'm sure there's going to be some redundancy here, but if it's not wildly redundant, I may want a bottle. Then again, I might feel like it's wildly redundant and be like, I don't wear enough of whatever I think it smells similar to, so I'll pass. That very well could be the case too. You never know. Great choice. Another one, great choice. Stephen with $2 super chat. Great concise review of Spice Bomb Dark Leather. I sure appreciate that and appreciate the support. Thank you very much. So skipping on to, God, I'm sorry I got to skip so much, guys, but I really need to so we can dive into this, especially since, Roy's wanting to get to bed. Like I said, it's very, very late for him. He's on the, other side of the world. His heat bomb feeling down. Ruptured my Achilles. Oof. Damn. Sorry to hear that. Ooh, Cedar Malaki. Great choice. But, man, yeah, sorry to hear about that, Mr. Mayhem. Damn. Polo 67 is a great option. Devin, good to see you, sir. Glacial Essence. Underappreciated fragrance in that line, my man. Hello, how are you, Kyler? To everybody telling Joel happy birthday. So I'm skipping down a bit more. Yeah, Justin had told me his thoughts. So he dropped his shorts video with his first impression today. But when we were on the phone a couple days ago, he told me his thoughts. And pretty much echoed what he said in his shorts video. So he finds it lacks presence and stuff. He feels like people are going to complain about it. It wasn't what he was expecting. I still want to try it. I'll probably still blindly just buy a bottle. Like as soon as Fragrance Buy hits it, like Fragrance Sauvage Eau Forte surprisingly hit a couple nights ago. I was like, well, fuck, let me just buy it. And I knew everybody was going to complain. It's like, oh, it's passable. I figured, what the hell? It'll be here like Thursday or something, Wednesday or Thursday. We'll see. I don't like the water-based fragrances. If it's shit, I'm going to tell you how shit it is and how it was a waste of money. I've seen a lot of mixed things. I have read up on it a little bit. I've seen some mixed things. A lot of people see it. Seems very split. A lot of people like it. Some people get great longevity. Some people are complaining. So I'll be my own judge. We'll see. I'm sure if I say I like it, people will say I'm a shill, even though I bought the fucking thing. It's just the internet. It's full of stupid people. Bunch of great people like you, but there's just as many stupid people, guys. You know that. So, Miss Heather, great to see you. Alexandria's Orchestra, I've never tried. Mont Blanc Individuel is a great choice. Original Santal, very underrated creed. Very, very underrated. It's probably my second favorite behind Aventus Cologne. I wouldn't bank on me giving a 10 out of 10, my man. I'm kind of, yeah. Like that's why I've been reaching for more niche stuff lately, because it's like I've been wearing so much inspired twist hybrids and clones lately. It's like, man, I kind of been itching for some like supreme quality stuff. So that's why I've been mixing in a lot of niche stuff in my rotation lately. I get like 5 hours out of it, 6 to 8 hours, and it's good stuff. Trying to get to the bottom, guys. Andy, I believe that's a renewal. Is this your first time as a member? I want to say that you're renewing. I have high hopes for it. Well, not high hopes, but I have I think a respectable expectation where I think I'll like it, even if it veers off from the DNA pretty far, as long as it's not completely away. That is the one I'm most excited about. So with Sauvage Eau Forte, I bought the 60 ml. They had both sizes. I bought the 60 ml, bought 100 ml of Society Extreme because they had that, and I bought Mugler Cologne Come Together, because I want to see how different it is, if at all, from the old Terry Mugler Cologne bottle that I have. It was only like $50 US, so I was like, why not? So I have those three coming. The stuff we bought on the live stream the other day came in today. Tomorrow we'll do a few of those on the live. We'll bust some of those open. I'll probably do half and half, where like half's a recorded video and half we'll do live. I think that's what I'll do tomorrow. It'll be like 2 hauls tomorrow, 1 recorded video, 1 live stream. I'm trying to get to about top 5 this year. Damn. It did come out at the beginning of this year, didn't it? Shit. Dutch, good to see you, my man. No, I know you meant Society Extreme for top 5 of the year. I knew that's what you meant. D, good to see you. City Rhythm, Puerto Rico. That's top 5 of the year for sure to me. So we actually made it to the bottom. So we're going to hang tight right here, and let's go ahead and see what's up with Creed Centaurus, sent by Randy, also known as Fragrance Dude. I appreciate you, Randy. Whew. Wow, that punched me in the nose immediately. Is that pink pepper? Ooh, so I don't exactly know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting that opening. It's a Dry, leafy tobacco smell. We're on to something here. That opening's damn good. It's like vibrant and spicy, but dry and aromatic, leafy tobacco. Me likey. Me likey a lot. Anybody shitting on this fragrance just doesn't like the price tag, I think. So I'm envisioning a cut open cigar. You know why we cut open cigars. At least I used to. Haven't done that in a long time. But cutting open the cigar and getting it ready, and that dry tobacco smell. That smells like a Swisher right there. Or an Optimo. But better quality than that, because those are cheaper cigars, obviously. I like this. It's not changing. I'm not getting a lot of benzoin and other notes. Aside from this very bright, airy, like aromatic, leafy tobacco with a light, sweet spice. That's why I'm thinking pink pepper, because it's spicy and a little sweet. It could be other things, but kind of reminds me of pink pepper. I don't remember the notes exactly. We're going to pull them up here in a second, but okay. When's this going to hit discounters and be decent? I don't want to pay $300 plus for this. And do they make it in a 50 ml? Because I don't need 100 ml. That's the questions that I have. All right. So I know, because when I went to get the bottle for the thumbnail, I know Parfumo didn't have it. I'm not going to troll Grantica if I don't have to. I know iFragrance has the note breakdown. So that's what we're going to do here. I do like the color of red with that gold. It does look good. Let's look at these notes. I don't remember when we've looked at them before on here. We did a live stream about it. I just don't remember. Cardamom, smoky tobacco, cinnamon, black pepper. It's not as fiery, spicy as you would think. Like it's a warm spice, but it's still very airy. What's giving me the aromatic? So heliotrope. It's got to be the heliotrope. And we got ambroxan. Okay, so ambroxan and heliotrope's what's giving this effect. Has to be. Because it's really like an uplifting top. I'm very surprised. I thought it was going to be a heavier fragrance. This is a much fresher aromatic top than I ever could have anticipated it to be. Benzoin, Tolu Balsam. I'm surprised Tolu Balsam because I don't really get creaminess. Maybe later because we got sandalwood, bourbon vanilla, and Tolu Balsam. Those are creamy notes typically. Mainly Tolu Balsam and sandalwood. Maybe later on it'll get creamy. It's definitely got a nice warm wood smell to it, and it's very bright but spicy. And that tobacco, I know it says smoky tobacco. I would call it dry tobacco because it's this dry leaf tobacco smell to me. Again, it smells like I'm cutting a cigar open to get it ready. To twist that bad boy up to one of those pieces of perfection that I used to make. It's like riding a bike. I could roll you up something real nice right here and now, I promise. The nice little mouthpiece at the end. So, anyway, this is incredible. This is one of the best releases of the year. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. This is one of the best releases of the year. If it's your style, if you like the dry leafy tobaccos, I don't see how you can hate on this fragrance. I just don't. I don't, because I've seen mixed stuff. I've seen a lot more positive stuff than I have negative, but there's always negative stuff with every fragrance, right? And it tends to stand out. It reminds me so much of an unlit cigar that you haven't licked yet or anything like that. Just dry, leafy tobacco, bright spice, aromatic. That ambroxan is playing the perfect role because I would not have guessed ambroxan because it doesn't smell like typical ambroxan. I don't get shower gel. I don't get metallic. I don't get any of that stuff. A little bit of vanilla creeping in, though. There's a little bit of vanilla distinctively that's starting to change a bit. I want to see what we got 200 in the chat. I appreciate you guys. Hit that thumbs up if you don't mind. But who has smelled this? Do you agree in some form or fashion with me, or do you completely disagree? Please let me know in the chat before we move on. I'm super curious. Hell, that's a great win. Congratulations, Kaylin. I still want to get a bottle of that. That's so good. I'm not sure. I don't know if he's, yep, dry leafy tobacco on top of gentleman niche spice. Yeah, it's really good. Seems to be a hit. One smells like leathery baby cat. Love it. Oh, so you're a fan. All right, so we're here then. I'm wearing that pineapple Latafa cologne you recommended. Bomb as fuck. Are you talking about Kate Alforsan? Because that's amazing. Well, my sample of Eau Forte yesterday, I liked it. Much to my own surprise, I had zero expectations in all honesty. Whether you hate it or love it, I trust you. Oh, yeah, for sure. And look, because I bought it doesn't mean I'm going to shit on it. Because I bought it doesn't mean I'm going to be more comfortable to love it. You know, like it's going to be either which way. Like whether LVMH, which has never happened, were to send me a bottle or I go buy this shit, how I feel is how I'm going to feel. Yeah, that vanilla's coming in a little bit more. This is so good. It was devious. Yeah, you like I'm telling you, I was a monster. I was the one in the group that rolled the blunts. Okay. Like even long after I quit, because all my friends still, I mean, they've all switched to vapes and shit like that now. But even in our late 20s, if I was hanging with them, I'd still roll the damn thing because I just enjoy doing it. Because it's like an art project. It's arts and crafts for me. I just love doing it. I'm telling you, it's like riding a bike. I haven't done it in a while, but I guarantee you, it would smoke great. It's just anyway, we won't go too far into that. I haven't done that shit in years, but again, riding a bike, guys, riding a bike. It gave me all that came back to me, cutting cigars open. Yep. Yeah. Burlington yesterday. Ooh, that's arguably their best one. It's kind of between that and Grassland for me. $12.99 is a steal. It's only 30 ml, but still got 100 ml Vibrant Summer for 18. That's a steal. Man, you had a come up on cheapies at the rack store yesterday. My man, good to see you. Wearing Citrine, great choice. Great choice. Trying for a couple of minutes, taking grain. I figured y'all get some joy out of that, but it just hit me. This is very in the moment. You know, I'm very in the moment when it comes to these live streams, guys. Come together is so fresh and so clean. Love it for hot days. We're an Artisan Pure. So see, I have the old version back when it was still called Terry Mugler cologne. And the top's a little soured. It's a little spoiled, but it's just like 2 or 3 minutes and it goes away. So it sure smells like pink pepper. It says black pepper, cardamom, smoky tobacco. It smells like pink pepper to me. And it could be the pepper blending with the sweet notes giving that, and the ambroxan giving the aromatic feel that I was thinking. Yeah, for sure. And I feel like I'm in the minority with that one. I didn't care for it at all. It was boring to me. Well, I mean, to each their own. I love it. I think it's great. Well, it doesn't list ambergris. It doesn't smell musky. I feel like they replaced it with ambroxan here based on this. Royal Tobacco and Herod, clear that one. Well, I mean, honestly, Herod is not something I would want to wear daily, especially not Royal Tobacco. That's a very situational tobacco. Those are both beautiful. I'm not hating on either one of them. This is something I can feel like can be a daily wear in the fall, early spring, winter. This is something you can just rock. No reason. You know what I mean? Even casually. So naturally, I'm going to get more excited about something that I feel has more versatility. So if you're looking for special, yes, those. If you're looking for highly wearable, this is where I think it's got them beat, because those are a bit more situational. Herod needs colder weather, I think, and Royal Tobacco is a very like upscale type of tobacco, and it's crazy heavy and strong too. I don't think that's a great daily wear option. I think of the three, it's the least appropriate for just like to wear every day. Like, it depends on your setting, obviously. So it's funny that you say that. I've heard the Owajan thing in the past. I'm glad you reminded me. No, not really. It's fun. I'm glad you brought that up, because I remember people saying Owajan, and I'm not saying they're wrong. Maybe they get much more sweetness than I do. I'm getting some vanilla coming in more and more, but not where I would say like, oh, this is a very sweet fragrance. It makes sense on why they're comparing it to one of the sweetest fragrances parfums the Marley's ever made. I don't think it's to that extent. Personally, I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying I disagree. I think it's not good for the summer. Very situational, like daytime right now, because obviously the weather's a little different for you where you're at. I think right now, here and now, where it's scorching hot right now, because it's kind of beginning, middle of August, dog days of summer in the South. I think if you're going to be indoors for a big chunk of your day, sure. Just outside sporadically here and there. But if you're going to be out in this heat and humidity, no, not a good option. But if you're going to be indoors like you're working indoors, sure, absolutely. On into the evenings, 100% will work. But as far as typical spring weather, where you have, it's hot, but not always, sometimes a little cooler, a little milder, same thing with fall. I think 3-season, daytime or nighttime, casual, but not sleeveless like I'm wearing right now, like t-shirt on up, basically. I think you can pull this one off. I think it begs to be dressed up a little more than that, but I think you can totally pull it off with a t-shirt. Outspoken, confident son of a bitch like me, I'll rock it with a graphic t-shirt with a big old smile on my face. It all depends on how you want to wear it. Don't let a fragrance wear you, 9 out of 10. I want a bottle. I want a bottle of this and I rated Absolute Aventus a 9.5 for those of you that don't remember from last year, but I didn't feel like I needed a bottle. I feel like I need a bottle of this. I like this profile a lot. A lot. I like this a lot. Pull that down. Let's get back to this chat. Yeah, 9 out of 10 for me. Centaurus is definitely bottle worthy. I will own a bottle of this. I hope they have 2 sizes. Let me check. Is it available from Creed? Like, is it on their website yet? Let's see. All these pop-ups for Creed. Carmina, Millicene. In case y'all are wondering what I'm doing here. Let me pull Randy's comment down. I'm not seeing it on their website, though. I know it's in boutiques and stuff like that and certain department stores. Oh, well. Randy, Nordstrom, Neiman's, talk to me. No, not Nordstrom. I give up. I'll find out later if they have a 50 ml. I'm not going to sit here and do this the whole time and just search and search and search because it doesn't really matter. But yeah, you don't want it to, be falling out at the end or pooling on you when it gets all resinous at the end. You start getting that resin. And you also don't want the shit falling in your mouth when you hit on it. So you got to make that nice little tapered mouthpiece right at the end. Oh, yeah. Art form. It's an absolute art form. Watching from Italy. Thank you, Sal. Welcome. Vanilla Dutch Master vibes. There we go. Dan, good to see you, my man. Never smelled Megamare, just clones. I don't know how actually close it is to Atlas. I just know people say that's what it's cloning. And a Chaos in the Ocean from Paris Corner, same thing. And they're very similar to one another. So, oh, yeah, absolutely try it. There's no harm in trying it. I wouldn't go out blind by the damn thing. That's wild. This popped in. What's the current fragrance? Creed Centaurus. Very impressive to me. Leafy, aromatic, without lavender. Like it's the ambroxan, I think, that's really doing it here in the heliotrope. It's kind of giving this uplifting aromatic smell. It smells like pink pepper to me, but apparently it's cinnamon, black pepper, and cardamom. And it's not super spicy, but it's spicy. And it's a dry, leafy tobacco. It reminded me of cutting open cigars. Was immediately what I described. Eau Forte is really nice. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait for it to come in. I'm actually going to do like a recorded video. Like I might, in the live stream, We'll do a first impressions, but I'm going to do a full review on that one. Most notably is I know that will build views over time. You know, I'd be crazy not to. Like the Spice Bomb Dark Leather video is doing terrible today. But long term, it's going to build. That's one of those designer individual reviews that a year from now, it's going to have 20, 30,000 views. It's just going to continue to get a decent amount of views daily. It's doing shit right now. It's 10th out of my last 10. It's doing shit today. But in the long run, it's going to build. You need videos like that to build your catalog, you know. Be crazy not to do that full review. Sean with $5 super chat. You're killing me here. I have a cigar aficionado far longer. I've been a cigar aficionado far longer than a fragrance enthusiast. You're not making it easy to hold. Well, just try it. Just try it. The real issue is going to be if you try it and you really like it. That's where it's going to be killing you to hold off. Because it's like, damn, I don't want to spend $400 if you end up really liking it. Because now I got to hold off. Because I ain't spending $400. Somebody got to get a discount at close to $300 for me to even think the thought of possibly getting it. And I'd prefer to get a 50 ml. I don't need 100 ml. Absolutely not. ATH high voltage. I can't wait until you try Delphinus. I'm sure Randy will send it. Randy's really good about that. Randy, I got several things I'm going to be creating for you this week. I'll text you the tracking probably by the weekend. Actually Wednesday. I'm going to send it out Wednesday because I'm going to ship all the member giveaway stuff Wednesday. So day after tomorrow, I'm going to have a package heading your way. Obviously, Dark Leather, Sacred Flame from Argos will be in there. And I got a few other ones I'm going to toss your way for you to check out, my man. I've read some like written reviews on Parfumos and people liking it. You know, it seems like it's very split. It goes back to hateful shit, especially in this community, just being louder than an abundance of positivity, because positivity kind of blends together. I guess people are a bit more numb to positivity. Kind of weird to say, but kind of makes sense though, right? My wife told me to wash it off and I agreed. Hey, if it's not a hit in your household, it's not a hit in your household. I'm wearing a Ghost in the Shell. It's a molecule fragrance right now. It does not strike me as something that will be very popular with a lot of people. But when I tried it from that decant set that Hoffman sent me, I was like, damn, this is different. I like this. Hence, I bought a freaking bottle, you know? Appreciate you, my man. Yeah, I definitely want to try it. Centaurus is amazing. So you're a fan, Miss Heather. Okay, good to know. Anybody that's tried it, please sound off. Let me know. Do you hate it? Do you love it? Is it a pass? Is it like you can't wait till you can find a good deal on it? Let me know. I haven't tried that one. I'm very surprised because it smells like a less earthy Invictus Victory Elixir. Like it's known to be kind of a dupe of that. So I'm pretty surprised. I mean, what you smell is what you smell. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying I disagree. I don't think it smells like that really at all. But I mean, if that's what it smells like to you, that's what it smells like to you. You know? It's not that you're tripping. It's what you smell. Good to see you, sir. Invictus Parfum, great. I've never heard of your scent of the night, though. Cotcherelle, is that how you say it? Cotcherelle? I think so. It's really freaking strong. It's like really, really, really strong. Did I mention it's really like I didn't bother? For those who watch Weekly Rotation, I didn't spray citrine. Between the aftershave splash and the grooming balm is what, because I literally had it all the way to like mid upper arm, collarbone, whole chest, everything, just from like 2 little middle fingers full. Covered all of this, and middle finger full covered all of this, and just filling the room, man. And it's very green. It's reworked. It's not the formula is a little different from the actual fragrance and the aftershave splash and the shave soap and all the previous products. George had Claude rework the oil a little bit because he wanted to bring the green out more for those products, and it's remarkable. It goes so well with the fragrance. It was so strong for me to just be kicking it to wind down before bed that I was like, I'm not bothering spraying the fragrance. It's impressive. Sales reps and boutiques are a little clueless, had no idea about Absolute Triple Aged. Okay. I didn't wear it a whole lot, but I got about 8 hours range. I mean, nothing crazy. I wouldn't call it a beast, but it was above average, pretty strong. I'll get it back in the rotation as we get cooler weather again. Scott, good to see you, sir. So we're about to dive into another one here in just a second. I kind of like where you're going there. But the only thing is with infrared, I get... Now, are you talking infrared EDT because of the pink pepper smell? I'm assuming that's what you mean. Because EDP, I disagree. EDT, I agree. I agree because that's bright, a little sweet and spicy. It's a lot of pink pepper. So I'm assuming that's what you mean, and if so, I agree. That makes sense. Feeling chill. One of the best watermelon scent profiles for summer. Oh no, boo boo. Very seldom will you ever potentially ever hear me say a tobacco fragrance is better than Triumph of Bacchus. I don't know if or when that'll happen, but no. Very different though. Very, very different tobacco fragrances. Not redundant to one another at all. But no, I would not take this over. And Triumph of Bacchus I only wear in cooler weather. This I feel like I can wear year round. It's highly wearable comparatively. With hair, it's kind of versatile and compared to the orange juice. Smells absolutely nothing like it. You're asking a similar question because Triumph of Bacchus smells like a much fresher red tobacco because red tobacco's got all that pungence and smoke and all those things that Triumph of Bacchus does not have. Again, smells nothing like it. My man, good to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nigerian giant, Omas. Good to see you, Jordan. Coles this weekend. Love it. First sniff. Got both on Joma Shop. I hope it gets to you this year. I hope you get it before 2025. Also, they're having a sale right now. Again, I hope they get it to you before 2025. Shout outs to Sloma Shop for being fucking slow. MFK L'Homme a la Rose. Elegant taste. Almost, we don't allow Hawass slander. I'm assuming in some recent content that I haven't seen, he gave some shit about Hawass. That's hilarious. Oh, damn. All right. Well, that works out because I wouldn't want to really wear it right now. So that kind of works out. But the only problem is it's going to take that much longer to be at a discounter. So that kind of sucks. Good to see. See, I told you weren't blocked. I don't know why your shit wasn't showing up before. So for those of you that didn't know, this was MG. He used to be on me all the time about Bulgari Porum. He changed his name. And he hit me up on my sneaker channel. He's like, am I blocked? None of my comments are going through. You never respond to me on the live chat. I'm like, so I went and look. I'm like, you're not blocked. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. So glad to see you again. So let me skip to the bottom. My man, FWO for life. Great to see you, D. Mind Games in Price. I've never tried that one. That's one I can confirm. I have not tried. I've tried most of their fragrances. Have not tried that one. Yeah, but see, the thing is, I've gotten to the point to where I fucking hate Facebook. I've removed myself from, and not that shithole group. I was never a member, but I'm in like 2 groups now at this point. I'm pretty much in my group and George's group. I've left all the other ones like months ago because I don't contribute. I don't go in. And Fracom Bangladesh, Joy's group, I'm still in. But I think that's it. Joy's group and then George's group and my group. And then I don't even really do a whole lot on Facebook anyways. If you guys would let me delete Facebook, I'd delete it today. I fucking hate Facebook. I just don't like it. I love Instagram. I just don't like Facebook. Facebook's turned into a giant shithole for the most part. Sorry, had to clear my throat. Star Walker Extreme and Presence. Presence is really, really good. The official release date was never announced, but for the official release is in a month or so. Early September, early October. Centaurus is really good. Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm going to want a 50 ml of this. Okay, yeah, Randy told me he thinks I'm going to like. Randy's got it coming. He's going to send me a decan. I'm going to check that out too. Get on with Summer Hammer. That is the next one we're doing. All right, D. Shit, calm yourself down. Take a breath. So, D, in case you didn't know, this is compliments of Kalen. He sent me these. So, is that like, that's like lychee, passion fruit, pineapple, Am I hitting the nail on the head here? Because that smells like a lot of that. Like I smell lychee distinctively. I could be tripping a little. Is that rose? I don't recall ever looking at the notes. So I have no fucking clue what I'm talking about. I could be way off. It smells like those though. Like I get some, I think it's rose, lychee, passion fruit kind of thing. Like very exotic fruit smell. This may sound blasphemous, but a little bit of a shampoo kind of thing going on. A little bit, kind of like how I get from Body Out Oud Sublime. A little bit of that. I get a little bit of that from Herbapura. That kind of shampoo fructis kind of thing going on, shampoo conditioner. Just a little bit. I don't mean it in a bad way. Almost like a lotion-like kind of additive. Kind of texturing, if you will. Does lean a little feminine, but super fresh. I could totally vibe with this. I'm curious on how accurate I am. Appreciate you. Most unique wearable, you know? Can you finish that thought out? Can you type it again to where's the complete thought? Because I'm not completely sure what you're asking me. Oh, City Rhythm, Puerto Rico. I would take that over this. Yeah, easily. Easily. Let's see. I can't wait to see his reaction to Summer Hammer. Well, that's what we're doing right now. Climatic. Good to see you, sir. Aura Fragrance is a great spot. They definitely are. Montree's good to see you, my man. So I'm trying to skip down, get a little bit closer before we do this. Good to know you enjoy the arts and crafts, Ross. If I ever catch you in Cali or Colorado, I have to put your skills to use, but it won't be tobacco. That's fine. I'll roll you up a masterpiece, my man. And I won't hit it either because I'm just not interested anymore. I haven't been interested in years. I just lived in Colorado for 3 years. I could have the whole time. It just didn't interest me. Twice when I first moved there, because it's like, oh, it's legal. And I was like, rather stay sharp. I like to stay sharp. Ooh, this is getting better. That fructis tie-in I was talking about is going. It's fading. It's getting juicier. Let's pull up these notes. Summer Hammer. Let's see what we're working with. Fruity, sweet, creamy, fresh, synthetic. Mango, pineapple, tropical notes. So I'm going to assume tropical notes is the lychee and passion fruit. Mango, I don't distinctively get mango. Like it doesn't stand out because it's like this exotic fruit medley. But it's really good. Coconut makes sense. Okay. Green amber, sandalwood. Okay. As I dry down, I'm sure I'm going to get more musk and woods. Where it stands right now, it's all about the fruits and a little bit of coconut. Just a little bit. That creaminess I'm getting has got to be the coconut. Yeah, it's definitely creaminess from coconut. Now, I wouldn't call it a saltwater marine smell from this marine notes. I would say, if anything, it's just enhancing the juiciness of the fruits. My mouth's literally watering. I might need a bottle of this. I might. Now, Randy, you were saying might be pretty redundant to some other things. Sure, it fits a tone and a vibe, and it goes into a family of tropical fruit fragrances that I have. But it doesn't smell distinctively like any one of them. What are people saying this smells like? God of Fire, I think it's better. Herba Gold, I've never smelled. Kirk, never smelled. Eternity Now is way more coconut and pineapple. I'm going to say that's a reach. And the other two I haven't tried. God of Fire, yeah, definitely. Herba Gold, again, I'm not sure. And Kirk, that's more of Herbapura. And I guess there's some similarity to Herbapura here, but apparently most people are saying Herba Gold, which I haven't tried. I'm getting more and more coconut. It's becoming much more of a coconut scent now. Angry Tomato, good to see you, sir. Burlington 1819, you just had to come. You get the soft live stream clap. I've been waiting on somebody to come be the best smelling person in the chat, and you apparently are that, sir. Sir or madam, I'm not sure. I'm assuming, sir, but I could be making an ass out of you and me with that assumption. I don't know. You've got an angry tomato. I like how it's tomato and not tomato. Angry Tomato as your avatar, and that's your name. So I don't know. whom you might be. You might go by pronouns. Who the fuck knows? I don't know, but I appreciate you nonetheless. You've been great, and I'm glad to have you here. Let's see. What up, everybody? Daniel Jose, Ombre Tobacco. I've heard so many good things of that. Eventually, yes. George's plan, he told me the other day. So you guys asked me the other day, and I happened to talk to him that night and mentioned it. And he said the plan is eventually. He's got kind of working behind the scenes on working on these ancillary products for the whole collection over the next few years. So that is indeed the plan. That is what he is looking to do. So I know Kyler's getting very excited. That means ancillary products for Seraphine Blue, Kyler, like you were hoping for. I don't actually layer. I'm just assuming that would work really well. I don't do any of that. I just pick a fragrance and roll with it. I feel like layering is overcomplicating the situation, honestly, but everybody likes to do their own thing. So I'm actually terrible for recommending things like that because I don't actually do that. I retyped it. Not one time has anybody ever given me $1 to say something positive. Not one time, nor will it ever happen. I am not paid for positivity or talking points or things they would like me to say ever. I don't work with people like that. And it's very rare I've ever come across anybody ask that. It has happened, and I no longer speak to those types of brands. I don't work with brands like that. I appreciate you asking. I say it all the time. I'm assuming you're new to this channel and you subscribed for 2 weeks so you could ask me this, and you don't watch a lot of my content because apparently you've never heard me talk about this because I talk about this all the time. But nonetheless, you're hearing it now since you were looking for it specifically. I pride myself on being straight with people. I don't sugarcoat. I'm very blunt. I'm very straightforward with anybody I work with that this is what they're getting. This is what you're asking to take part in. And they have to be okay with that. I'm a potty mouth in these live streams. Most of the time, these unboxings are going to be in these live streams. I'm a potty mouth, and this is what you're signing up for. And whatever comes out of my mouth is what you're going to have to live with. You're getting this affiliation for an opportunity to be in front of my audience in hopes that I like it, in hopes that somebody wants to buy some samples and try your stuff. That's what this is. So nobody ever has paid, I'm gonna say it one last time, has paid me a single dollar with talking points and positive things they would like to hear about their products, because I don't operate that way. I never have, and I never will. So thank you for asking, and thank you for being here. They definitely are. Boz, good to see you, my man. Hey, man, there's certain fragrances I love that my wife's not a fan of. Good to see you, sir. Yara Candy. So that's the newest one, right? Great pick for you guys. Okay, noted. Light Blue EDT, great choice. Wave Child's great watermelon fragrance. I am in EQ's Facebook group as well, the Cypher. I am in my guys group. I'll never leave that one. I'm in the Argos group as well. Like I say, it's just the 3. I'm in a few, but like a lot of the bigger ones and the ones that are full of toxicity, I've left those shits a long time ago, because there's a lot of toxic fucking groups on Facebook. Ugh. I don't know how y'all want to be members of that. Kaylin and Austin. I don't know how y'all want to be members of shit like that. I don't just mean the one. There's a bunch of them. They're toxic as shit, man. E-Discount Perfumes Absolute Aventus 2.5 ounce Eau de Parfum spray sealed box. This is a link in the chat for you guys. Oh, they are. I bought a ton of stuff from them. Their eBay store. I bought a ton of stuff. Stop it. Stop. It's hammer time. There you go. LeBeau Paradise Garden. You were the second person in the chat. All the fruits. This is definitely all the fruits. It's changing much more into coconut and not so much sunscreen, but it is starting to, because of the creaminess, it's starting to get a little bit of a lotion, cocoa butter kind of thing going with the fruits, but not to where I would say it smells like sunscreen specifically. Very much summertime. I wouldn't want to wear this any other time than the summer. I think it's an 8.5 out of 10. Not the 9.9 out of 10 that I give Centaurus, because that one just, I don't know, it just really speaks to my soul. It literally gave me like flashbacks of certain memories and stuff. Whereas this, totally my jam. I definitely would like to get a bottle of this. But at the same time, I don't feel like I need to be in a rush to get it either. Whereas with Creed Centaurus, as soon as I can get a 50 ml for what I feel is a worthy price, I plan on getting it. I get very much Herbapora feel, but honestly, this is a little better than Herbapora. And I think it's that coconut like facet that's starting to take hold of the fragrance more, because I don't really get a bunch of coconut out of Herbapora. It definitely has a lot of herb, but much better though. I find it more. I don't necessarily find it more masculine. I think they're kind of what and what. Instagram for now, yeah. Well, good. Hope they fucking run in the ground and shut down. That'd be cool. Or less feminine, I would say. Okay, yeah. I think this one's a just as feminine personally. Or Van Hammer. Yes, I do know this. Yeah. Good to see you, E. I've heard it's a great performer. I'm not surprised to hear that. This is really good. If you like exotic fruits, if you like that type of aroma, it's a must try. You know, I wouldn't call it a must have. Now, if you don't have other fragrances like this, everybody should have something like this in their collection. Very much a vacation, tropical, you know, by the beach kind of thing. Everybody should have one. This could be that one. Gets a lot of love for a lot of reasons. Scent and probably performance, I'm assuming, would be two big ones. Welcome to the membership, sir. Just checked. Okay. No, I don't find it boozy at all. I see the white rum note. Doesn't strike me as boozy. Wait till the dry down. Well, I mean, it's going to be, we won't be live when I get to the dry down. I'll have to report back later. I don't disagree. I don't disagree, Boz. I think that's a fair assessment with the name. Mr. M.A. Styles. Good to see you, sir. Aqua Heaven. Okay. I appreciate that, Kara. Thank you very much. Pretty new here and really, really would like an on-point dupe of Killian Black Phantom. So the only one I've ever tried that's actually really good, speaking of Dua, is Black Widow. Now, the bottle I have is like 5 years old, but pretty close. Not the same quality level, but pretty damn close. Sweet, tobacco-y, dark. Pretty close. I would recommend, if they still make Black Widow from Dua, I haven't looked in a long time. That's the only one I've ever tried, and it's pretty damn good, I got to say. I mean, I'm surprised you haven't, Coconut Girl. I'm very surprised. I've heard good things about Kirk. Everything that's in the family of an Herbapora profile is always pretty good with me. Sounds like my type of fragrance. Yeah, you'd probably enjoy this. Summer is, it depends. Where I'm at, it's still going to be hot for like 2 more months. And even when it gets to October, it's still going to be pretty warm, but not too bad. All sir here. I'm just joking. I was just trying to be funny. Plus, I believe having chest hair is a requirement for Burlington. Well, I don't have chest hair. I shave it off, and I sure enjoy the hell out of that masterpiece. But to each their own, right? You know? My favorite layer with Summer Hammer is Coco Loco. All right. Over here where Ross is, summer lasts forever. Yes, I'm right here. I'm on the beach, the coastline here in the south. I figured you'd be happy about that, Kyler. The 11th time seeing Megadeth, 2nd time seeing All the Remains, and 1st time seeing Mudvayne. Ooh, Mudvayne, geez. Absolutely, my man. Hope you didn't take offense to the way I was saying it. This is just how this goes back to what I was telling you about how I shoot from the hip. I'm very in the moment. I'm very open and honest with everybody. It's just how I operate, man. I hope you enjoy the channel. You never, especially these live streams, you never know what's going to come out of my mouth in these live streams. Dwayne, $10 super chat. Apple brandy on the rocks is so good. I sure appreciate the super chat. And I have tried it. Justin sent me a decant when we did one of our decant swaps. And I wouldn't kick it out of bed. You know what I mean? I just haven't gotten around to grabbing a bottle. There's just so many things I'd like to add to the collection. And the collection's already ridiculous. Could be. Kind of struck. Now, I don't smell lychee anymore, but in the opening, I was like convinced there was some lychee. Windscreen washing fluid, anything Seraphine blue. I like it, but oh, yeah. That 100%. Porthole's over there. It's not within arm's reach. But yeah, to me, and some of you may not agree, I'm with Randy. This is better, yes, than Summer Hammer. To me, yeah. And Porthole is kind of God tier at this point. I think it's taken on this like mythical status when it comes to Porthole. It's kind of crazy. But Icon, in fact, I was debating on wearing that tomorrow. I'm glad you brought it up. It reminds me to slide it in place. Yeah, we're going with that tomorrow. Absolutely. I'll say whatever you want. Honesty is such a lonely word, Billy Joel. Super toxic, but I do it for the deals and the steals. Mango, pineapple, white rum, coconut, white flowers, coconut. I don't know why you're putting that in the chat. We just had it on screen. I literally just pulled it down. We had that exact note breakdown. It's 3-day active, 700 comment thread on Fragrance Marketplace, but I'm sure it got put in my group, and the moderators hit me up. Should we leave this? It's kind of causing shit in our other groups. I was like, if y'all feel pull it, because I don't want all that bullshit. We don't do drama in my little small quaint corner of the internet. We don't do that. It's a safe place on my little group. No, definitely not. Half a horse. Exactly. Which half, though, Boz? Ooh, that's actually a really good one. But the one that really captivated me, I just reviewed, and it's supposedly cloning Thomas Kosmala #4, and I always say it wrong. Après d'amour, I believe is how you say it. But it's in the Ramon Blazar line from Dumont, and it's called Jus d'Amour #4. It is spicy Baccarat Rouge 540, which apparently is what this Thomas Kosmala #4 flanker is. That if it's cloning that, then that's cloning Baccarat Rouge 540, but with spice. Yeah, that one grabbed me, man. Oh man, spicy BR 540. Count me in. Love it. I don't feel like I necessarily have to have it, but in the right situation, I come across a bottle for a good price, I might scoop it up. There's a strong possibility I end up with it. I did not know that. I haven't tried that one. Black Anubis, BR 540. Trajan is citrus dominant BR 540. That's great. But Black Anubis from Sphinx, you get BR 540 from Black Anubis. We are not the same, sir. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying I disagree. That is a leather, dry, oud grapefruit fragrance. That is not the same. Are you talking about a different Black Anubis? Please clarify, because that's like wild to me. Again, not saying you're wrong if you are indeed talking about Sphinx Black Anubis. I just don't get that relation at all. Burley Man's fragrance. Burlington 1819 is phenomenal. It's one of the best I've ever smelled. No, coconut daiquiri smells almost 1-to-1 with Virgin Island water. It's more on the florals, juicy florals and everything, but very much Virgin Island water. I did not. Can't type in the back of this vehicle. The Bishop has arrived. Okay, man, maybe it's because the core family is growing and not everyone remembers. That's okay. That's okay. It happens. Depends on how you're storing them, I would assume. I mean, if you're just storing them in a room like this that's climate controlled, you shouldn't really have any trouble if they're not directly in front of your window with sunlight. My windows are right here behind the monitor. Because like those LED lights, those aren't UV, so that's fine. LED is fine. It's when you put UV light to them that can alter them, make them spoil faster. I have not smelled that. I've never even heard of that. Royal Service. We'll see in 60 years. If I'm still alive in 60 years, that'll be impressive. I'll be 99. Life expectancy isn't 99. I'm not saying I won't live to be that long. But But you never know. There you go, Boz. As far as Calvin Klein, pretty much any of the summer flankers. I love the summer flankers. I do like Eternity Cologne, the flanker from 2020. Because when I say Eternity Cologne, some people could be confused with me talking about the original Eternity. No. I don't like that one. That was my dad's jam. Eternity Cologne with the Ambroxan. Probably if I had to pick an Eternity, it'd be that one. But the CK1 Summer Flankers, I love those every year. So we got 2 more to try. Oh, what a tough... Nate, you always come through with these tough-ass questions. Ooh. How'd you know I love Chipper Jones? How'd you know that? I grew up a big Chipper and Andrew Jones fan. I was more of an Andrew Jones fan than Chipper, but I got more respect for Chipper because of the legacy that man left. How the fuck did you know that? That's tough. That's tough, man. I would have to say Drew by default, but watching you, how the fuck you knew I was a Chipper Jones fan? I've never said that before. Watching you. Shout outs to Chipper Larry Jones. Saw the interview. Great review like always. Saw the review. Sorry. Oh, for me, the original Mephisto. They're both phenomenal, but I prefer the original. The one I would say that you should give a shot is Sammy Andrus Caribbean Island. It's much more warm and boozy, but clearly Virgin Island water. All right, so I actually made it to the bottom. Holy shit. Mahir Legacy Silver or Tommy Bahama St. Bart's for living on... Oh, Tommy Bahama St. Bart's. Legacy Silver ain't nothing tropical about that. That's an office fragrance, how I look at that. Whereas St. Bart's, living in the beach, yeah. Living on the beach, absolutely. Absolutely. So we made it to the bottom. Let's get into another one. Let's go with Kenzo Homme Santal Marin. Let's see what we're working with here. I would assume some sandalwood and potentially some iris since it's Santal. I would assume sandalwood, though. I never looked at... I want to say we might have looked at the notes once when it first got announced, but I don't remember. So I know this is the newest flanker. I have all the other ones. I'll get this one at some point. I like the Kenzo Homme line a lot. That's a little funky. It's woodsy, it's aquatic, but it's got a little bit of funk to it. Something earthy giving it that funk. We started off too hot because this seems really basic when you smell Summer Hammer and Creed Centaurus before this. That makes this the most basic of bitches. Should have started with this one. Should have started with the one designer fragrance. Should have started with that because it's bland comparatively. It's nothing. So we started with 2 heavy hitters. It's nice. It's got a little bit of funk to it, though. What is the funk? What is the funk? Guyakwood Marine Notes Lavender Sandalwood. It's got a funk. Sandalwood's not surprising. Guyakwood, I wouldn't call it super smoky. Kind of makes sense, though. But I get like this slight earthy, funky tone to it. It's not as aquatic as the others. Obviously not as aquatic as Marin. Marin's the most watery of the bunch. I found one that's just intense, fantastic, woody dominant. Eau de Parfum, so unique, leather aquatic. Marin, super watery, super fresh and enjoyable. The original has a little bit of green elements, some fruity melon tones. Actually very underappreciated because the flankers are so good. This one, meh. It's okay. Like 6.5. Better than good. I wouldn't quite put it in that very good territory at 7 out of 10. And it could be the bias of having smelled what I rated a 9 and a 9.5, one that I'm going to get a bottle of and one that I'll probably eventually end up with a bottle of. So 2 potential added bottles to the collection because I like them so much. Then you get followed up, niche fragrances as well. Then you follow it up with a designer aquatic, makes it really basic. And it's because it's so woody dominant still. It's not the same type of woody note that I get from the Intense. The Intense has more of like that Dior Homme 2020 type of woodiness. Dior Homme Sport 2021, 2022, whichever year you like to say. Depends. It was announced in 2021, delayed shipments. It came out in 2022, yada, yada. I'll have to give this another chance at another time because it's very underwhelming right now. I really think that's what's hurting it is I smelled Centaurus and Summer Hammer first. Poor thing don't have a chance. I'm sorry, Kenzo Homme Santal, Marin, however you say it. I kind of fucked you here. Should have smelled this one first. I knew better. Should have started with the aquatic designer first because all the rest are highly, somewhat hyped niche fragrances. Shame on me. It's what it is to me right now in the moment, though. Like a 6.5, it's kind of basic, woody aquatic. There's a little bit of funkiness here. I'm equating to the Gaiac wood, I guess. We're moving on that quick. It's just too basic. Now let's see what Sun-gria is going to be all about. See if it can redeem us here. Wow. That did not spray. It's just running all over my arm. Because the actual part that makes it mist fell out. So you see the one that's missing? Yeah, it just dripped out. It's running all over my arm. Oh, that's ripe. That is ripe. That's boozy. That smells very boozy and ripe fruits. I like it. Way to make Kenzo Homme Santal Marin completely forgettable. All 3 of the other ones are great. So ripe. What fruits are that? Because that smells more like mango to me. That smells like mango. A lot of fruits, but no mango. We got grape, red wine, raspberry, peach. So, yeah, super fruity cane. Look at the notes. Okay. Unpopular opinion. Better than Summer Hammer. I want this one. It's even a little smoky. What's the notes? We got birch. Okay. Standing out because it's a little smoky. It's smoky, ripe, boozy fruits. We got red wine. So there's my booziness. It's a little mentholic. Is there anything menthol here? We got green notes. So it's maybe something in the green notes. 9. I can tell you right now, 9 out of 10. Yeah, I'd rather get this over Summer Hammer. This one captivates me so much more. Who here has smelled Sun-gria and agrees and likes it more than Summer Hammer? This grabs me right away. I like this a lot. That cloves giving it that earthy, spicy darkness. But this is an interesting blend. This is a very interesting blend. Very ripe. I can't stress that enough. Yo, this is so unique. I don't have any other fragrance that smells like this. It does remind me of sangria. Heidi went through a stretch where she was drinking sangria a lot a few years ago, so I'm very familiar with the smell of sangria. And it does have a little bit of that. I want a bottle of this. I want this one. Who else has smelled this? So that's very much like a guava brandy fragrance. It's like tropical fruity, very boozy. I call it the couch pillow fragrance. I've done old videos where I've talked about it. Very strong too, but it's very sweet, boozy, and fruity. And it's specifically like agave. Actually, it's agave, not guava. It's agave. It's got kind of this tropical boozy feel to it. It's actually pretty good. Hidden gem. It used to be a hidden gem. I don't even know if it's still in production. Yes, hire a coach. That's the most important thing. Hire a coach. That's how you get the only way you're going to stay dialed. Do not think you can do this without a coach. You will not have the same level of success without an actual professional bodybuilding coach that does contest prep for a living. That's what they do, is prepare people for shows. Hire a coach. That is the real asset. Yeah, definitely only buy the stuff that you really want, though. Armand Jane Amber Royale, never tried. Glad to see you, though. Good night. You have a good one, Roy. It really could be, because that might not be the whole note breakdown. Slowed down tremendously. I'm enjoying what I have for a while. We bought a couple this month. I bought a lot this month. I dropped a quick grand this week on fragrances. When you factor in the 3 fragrances I didn't buy on a live stream, yeah, I dropped a quick grand altogether. Got to head out early. You have a good one, Dakota. Thanks for coming, hang. So many notes. Yeah, this is crazy breakdown. So, okay, so you agree. Let's see how many of you actually note extravaganza. You have a great night. Thanks for coming, hang with us. Yeah, this is amazing. So Cherry Ink is in here. We're doing that on a different stream. I saw it. I debated on pulling it out for this. So, I mean, we're at hour 12 already, just getting to the 4th one. That's why I'm not doing it. Spirit by Bahar. My 2 favorites from the house are Black Sea. That's in here. Carbonara. I don't know if it's in there. Arctic Sea, I believe, is in here as well. Thank you, Caitlin. Yes, I totally agree. I totally agree. A lot of people agreeing with me. Okay, so it's not just me. Man, I like this. I want a bottle sooner than later. I want this before all of them. I want this before Creed, because I can still wear this right now. Man, I need this one. If I get one, it's this one. Even over the Creed Centaurus fragrance. Yeah, I need this one. Top 5 designers of all time. Let's see. Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Dior Homme Parfum. Bulgari Aqua Atlantique. Unpopular opinion, Dior Sauvage Parfum. I love Bleu de Chanel Parfum and Dior Sauvage Parfum. La Nuit de l'Homme Le Parfum, because that's me and my wife's favorite date night fragrance. And probably Acqua di Gio Profumo. I think that's a good, solid top 5 all time that I'd be happy with. Like, if that's the only 5 designers I could ever wear again, I think I'd be happy. Thank you for the super chat. Please don't smell Carbonara. Why not? Why the hell not? He's literally paid me $5 to tell me to not smell this fragrance. That's dedication right there. That's conviction. Here's money. Don't smell this fragrance. That's wild. Iconic blue. Then I read people were, yeah, it smells just like Bleu de Chanel, for sure. That's what I'm saying, right? That's serious conviction right there. Yeah, it's in there. It's in there. So everybody seems to be agreeing with me. Picking one of the 2, your opinion, but Icon or Sun-gria. Now we're talking about a tough ass question. Damn, that's tough. I might have to lean here. Kajal Icon. Slightly. Get a sample. You can get samples of both of them. Don't make me choose what you're going to like. You choose what you're going to like. Get samples, dude. Because this is like picking a favorite child. It's kind of a dick move because they're both so good. Does that make sense? It's kind of a dick move to pick between these two. I'm not saying you're being a dick for asking. I'm saying it's just they're both so good and not the same fragrance, not the same kind of fruity fragrance. Let's get a little powder here. Oh, man. But this is ripe and boozy. They're so different, but both amazing. Get samples, man. Get samples. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm getting a bottle of this. I'm so into this fragrance. It smells so good. Very much so. Yeah, it's kind of I'm trying to chalk it up to I'm smelling all these other incredible fragrances before and after it to where it's just so basic. Could just flat out be a letdown, though, which is surprising because that line has not let me down. Noted. Funky wood. So you get a little bit of the funky wood smell, too. So, okay, it's not just me. Oh, that's a monster. High compliment factor. Having a lot of fun with trading unwanted bottles and samples. Been a great way to cut down on clutter and try new things. I love broccoli. Me too. Wow. So you got somebody paying me, literally giving me money to not try it. And you're like, hey, that's my number one from the brand. Just goes to show everybody's different. Actually, Randy, I'm going to put this in your package because I'm getting a bottle. I don't need it no more. There's more than enough. Just know that it doesn't spray worth a shit. But yeah, it's 2/3 of the sample. It's like an ml and a half. I'm going to put this in there for you. Oh my God, this is so good. God, this is good. I've not had one person in the chat tell me they like Summer Hammer more. So far, not one. I'm surprised. Because I always hear how good Summer Hammer is, but I never hear people, like I see posts for Sun-gria on Instagram and stuff, but I never hear like, oh, Sun-gria is that jam. Sounds nice. Kaylin has vibrato. Ooh. Yeah, I haven't tried. I've tried the second one. I just don't remember it, but vibrato. Oh my God. I want to try to buy rum in this house. So that's in this pack as well. He sent that. Yeah, literally all the other flankers in the Kenzo Homme line are better. Yeah, it's incredible. Glad you like. Check Sun-gria. I have it. So good. Sun-gria is the best in the line, in my opinion. It's the consensus here in this live chat. Let's pull this down. Let's just talk because we're hour 18. We're going to hang out till an hour 30 and we're going to shut it down. No, I've kind of got to the point to where I've garnered such a respect for Bulgari Aqua Atlantique over the last couple of years that I think if I had to just keep one aquatic, I'd keep that one because it ticks a lot of boxes. It's that much more versatile than an Invictus Aqua. Invictus Aqua makes me happy. That'll never change. It's the most complimented fragrance I've ever worn. It puts a smile on my face to spray it on. It's one of the few that does that to me. Like literally, it just uplifts me 100%. Like everything about my mood just elevates. But with Aqua Atlantique, it's got enough depth that it's an aquatic you can wear anytime you want. It's got the reach, it's got the depth, it's got the power. It's incredible smelling to me. It's highly complimented. That's one of my most complimented ever too. Just not as complimented as Invictus Aqua. That's why it's like, I know it surprised a lot of you to hear about Bulgari Aqua Atlantique, but it's like, man, my respect for that fragrance has just really built more than ever in the last 2 years, I would say. I bet. A little bit. I'm still getting this minty tone that I can't account for, but they have green notes listed. So it could be mint in there because it has a mintiness, gatekeeping it. That might be what he's doing. Top 3 Roger Parfums fragrances. Isola Blue, one of the only 2 10 out of 10s I've ever given. Isola Blue. Now, the other 2 is very interchangeable. Very. It depends on the mood because Burlington 1819 and Amber Oud are hard to like not say because I think they're both masterpieces. Burlington 1819, I think, is one of the most well-composed, well-blended fragrances I've ever smelled of all time. End of story, period. I'll fight people over it. And Amber Oud, to me, to what I've smelled of all the Oud Rose combinations I've smelled, I think is the best quality, performing blend. It's called Amber Oud, but it's an Oud Rose fragrance, and it is impeccable. It's another masterpiece. Raja Dove's got several that I would consider masterpieces, and those three, because Isola Blue is just the most versatile thing of all time for me. That's a one-of-one kind of fragrance that just, I feel like he made it for me. That's why it gets a 10 out of 10 for me, because I don't whore out these 10 out of 10s. I've only given 2 ever. In all the fragrances I've reviewed, I've only given 2 10 out of 10s. That's one of them. The other one's right here. 2 months I've had this fragrance, and I'll put that dent in it. It's a Haroff Signature Seraphine Blue. Love it. Wear it all the time. Feel like that was made for me. Same thing with Isola Blue. But Burlington 1819, you hang in this live chat enough, you'll hear praise about it just about every live chat, because somebody's going to be wearing it, and I'm going to praise it every time. Amber Oud would be that third. I think that's a safe, consistent top 3 from them to me. Thank you for the super chat. I have such a hard time now deciding what to wear. Welcome to my world. I've got to slow it down. 87, that's such a good price. My God, that's crazy. So they expect to see one of your top 5 be in my top 5, but none of them are even in my top 20. That's what it's all about. And we're all different. And the crazy thing is, when it comes to designers, me and Randy are here like 95% of the time. When it comes to designers, we have very similar taste. Very rare do we not feel the same about a designer fragrance. Really? I thought Tazo was a big advocate for Summer Hammer. I didn't know that. Not going to lay, not even excited for Eros Energy anymore. Why not? Did somebody ruin it for you based off of their one individual opinion? Don't let other people ruin a fragrance you're excited about, man. You just got to try it for yourself. Don't let people get you down. I have a feeling that's what it is. Somebody in another country that got it first let you down. Look, man, when it comes to people reviewing fragrances, it's opinions. Nobody's right. Nobody's wrong. It's a personal interpretation based on taste, olfactive perception, what you actually smell with your skin chemistry. Don't let another person get you down on being excited about a fragrance. You got to try it for yourself. Don't lose your excitement that you had until you smell it. Please, I'd hate for you to write it off because maybe you see a few opinions you don't like that just aren't favorable to it, because you may love it. It may meet that expectation that you initially had. It might be less, but you don't know if you don't try that shit on your own skin, man. Van Ecstasy. Ooh, Sun-gria. I gotta go Sun-gria over Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is one of the best releases this year, but this is one of the best fragrances I think I've ever smelled. It's up there. I wouldn't say top 5, but top 20. Puerto Rico's in that too. But this is like, I don't know. I think I would clearly rank this over Puerto Rico. It's impressive to me. This blend is just so, because there's, like, I'm starting to get that patchouli, by the way, Danielle. There's an earthiness, there's a mintiness, there's a booziness, there's fruitiness. It's a ripe, rindy smell. There's a rotten fruit smell mixed in. There's spices, there's woods. There's all kinds of shit going on here. I smell all of it. All the layers. I'm getting so many layers to this fragrance. It's very deep, very complex. That kind of stuff excites me as a perfume lover. One of the reasons I love Burlington 1819 so much is it's like that. There's layer upon layer upon layer to that fragrance. Sun-gria is like that. Different profiles, but it gives me that kind of feeling. Grape, all kinds of just weird shit, you know? Some of the labels look a lot cheaper than others. Think they should shift to full metal plates for how high quality they are. It's fair. Infrared, the most wanted, Wild Le Parfum, Edition Blanche, and Boss Bottled EDP Intense. Also could add 1 million Privé. All great ones. All great ones. Skip down a little bit. Gotta love the Pink Panther. Come on now. That dent. Yeah, for sure. Gosh, if I was rich, I'd buy the whole Lorenzo house. Discovery said something special about this house. Now, I say that to be funny, but like I'll argue anybody down about it. Even if I understand it's an opinion, taste-driven kind of thing, but it's like, man, if you really appreciate this from a hobby standpoint, even if it's not a profile that you deem something you'd want to wear all the time, I don't see how you could spray that and live through one wearing and of it developing and nuancing and not be able to appreciate the artistry of how that was created. Because it's an actual work of art the way it comes across to me. Musky, yet warm and boozy and spicy with citrus peel of orange and just so well composed, so high quality, so good. I figured you would ask. I'm still wearing what I wore to the gym. I am wearing the 350 Compacts in the slate carbon colorway. And that color goes really well with my tough essential joggers. Not the exact same kind of sand color, but close. Definitely close. They're so comfy. So comfy. Yeah, I love you, Solo Blue. Summer Hammer, Sun-gria, and Cherry Ink in 28 ml. That's all I need. That's what I needed to know. Thank you, Kaylin. Where can I get that? Let's just look at the notes. We're not even going to smell it right now. We're going to save it for another live stream. Oh, I remember when we looked at this one. Yes, I'm going to love this. Yeah, look at that note breakdown. Yeah, we're almost at an hour and a half. We're not going to do it because I'm so tempted to spray it right now. I don't want to go to the 2-hour mark. We're going to shut it down here and say, I need to eat. I'm pretty damn hungry. We will, to be continued, later this week, maybe Friday. Let me check the schedule. Because Thursday I can't stream. Friday I'll be able to stream. Yeah. So Friday, we'll do couple more decants from Randy and a couple more Lorenzo Pazzaglia. Cherry Ink's going to be one of them. Fucking amazing is right, Danielle. Hell yeah. I got you. That's why you're let down. Yeah, they should have released it before summer. Look, we get certain things like, look, Spice Bomb Dark Leather came out. It's hot as balls. I won't even ride my motorcycle because it's so hot outside, but they just released Spice Bomb Dark Leather. It's not wearable, right? I wore it. And it was a lot. Luckily, it's not crazy strong because if it was a heavy-ass fragrance like it should have been, it'd have been way too much. I've worn a few fragrances lately that are way too much for my weather. I'll wear those when I'm going to be indoors for the majority of the day. When I'm not going to do things, you know? For sure. Nobody's right till somebody's wrong. Well, not exactly. So scroll back about 30 minutes. It got lost in the shuffle because I like Sun-gria so much more. It smells kind of like Herbapora with more coconut. Kind of the basic summary I can give you. So for those of you that didn't know, I think Gun to Randy's Head, that's his favorite fragrance. And I would like to take my credit here and now that among the many decant swaps we've done, I'm the one that introduced him to that. And I'm so thrilled that he fell head over heels in love with that fucking fragrance because it's so good. It just cracks me up how much hype that fragrance got this year. Because it's like, man, the brand sent that to me last spring, like 2023. And when I talked about it, didn't get any traction. Not that I'm the end all be all for hype, but like I didn't get any pop off of it where people are like, oh my God, this is amazing, Ross. You were right. Next thing you know, and it's not just me, it's a bunch of people have kind of discovered it this year, and it is blown up. Porthole is crazy popular this year, and it deserves it. It deserves it. Again, God tier kind of stuff when it comes to tropical, fruity, salty, airy. It's just amazing. It really is. Exactly, Sun-gria. And it does have a little bit of a Sun-gria smell to it. There's a lot of other things going on, obviously. I heard it's like 176 or something like that. When it's gone, it's gone. Really? Why would they do that? Why the fuck would they do that? That's crazy. Rick, good to see you. Not what I expected. It's closer to Aqua di Gio EDP than... Well, it smells just like the 2016 to me. I got a decant right here. I think it smells just... I think they managed to pull it off to where it's... I'm sure there's some different oils in there because a lot's changed since 2015 when they blended it. I mean, that was when because they blended it in 2015, I'm sure, if it released in 2016. So that was freaking 9 years ago. So I'm sure regulations have changed on some oils. So it's not the exact same formula, but it smells like the exact same formula. Really? Who's everybody? That's an amber ambroxan incense vanilla. That don't have the orange blossom because Altair's got a ton of orange blossom in it. That ain't no orange. Who said that? You watch some wild ass people. You watch some wild ass people. I don't get that relation. I'm not saying they're wrong because people get their little feelings hurt. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. But I'm damn sure saying I disagree there. The vanilla, sure. But the smoke, the incense, the heavy amber accord, the warm amber accord, and most notably the omittance of orange blossom completely. And then Altair is very woodsy. Mercedes-Benz Club Black is not. I'm just curious, is this forum saying that shit? Before we log off. Holy shit. What's wrong with people? It's not the same. Jasmine and orange blossom don't smell the same. But what you're going to get a lot of, because there's not a lot of woods in this fragrance, but that benzoin ambroxan vanilla frankincense, you'll get it's a bomb of that blend. It's amazing. It's fucking incredible. You can get it for around $50. Ranked 67. Yeah, I believe it. It's one of their top 100. Yeah, I believe it. It's had hype for years. It's amazing. It's fantastic. I would recommend this over Altair, however the fuck you say it. I would highly recommend this over that. I think it's a better fragrance. And it's way cheaper. But smelling the same? I mean, there's a couple things relatable, but it's not. They're not one and the same. Like, I can't imagine smelling one and thinking of the other distinctively. Maybe trying to, like, reach a little bit. Like, I kind of get a little bit of this. I kind of get a little bit of Altair. I could see that process, but like, oh, this smells like Altair. That I don't get. I don't agree with that. Again, I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying I don't fucking agree. Because I don't. I'm doing well, Derek. I hope you're doing well. It's time to complain about the chat. Why would you complain about the chat, boss? What in the holy hell? Max Aroma. All right, I appreciate it. Yeah, hell yeah. I wonder if they got a good sale going on right now. That'd be fun. You have a great weekend as well. We're about to shut it down in a little bit. Oh, yeah. I've heard that too. I don't even know if I've ever smelled Cheeky Smile. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. That's the one I have. Faint. Very faint. It's more of a molecule fragrance. I'm tripping. That's Cheeky Smile. It's right over there. Faint. 30%. I get a little bit, but not a dupe. But it's there. A little bit. Like I said, if I'm putting a percentage on it, 30%. It's there. I'm sure people have it as their number one. See, look, it's just a molecule fragrance. It's very ambery, musky, ambroxan, you know. Number 3, that's fair. because it kind of does smell like if you were to blend all of these together, you get Cheeky Smile. Because that's Cetalox, which is Musk family. I have that. And then you got Moleculo 1 and 2, and then some BR 540. That makes sense. Yeah. Because if you were to take all of that, you'd get this. That's fair. That's fair. I agree. Again, that's why I say you blend it. It's like 30 or 40% BR 540, and the other percentage is all these other molecules. It's really good. If you like certain synthetics, like this is in that family. They're different molecule fragrances. This don't smell like BR 540, but it's the same principal idea. It's blend. It's that kind of blend, just a bunch of molecules, very synthetic. If people shit on Dior Sauvage, that's way more synthetic. All right, let's try to get to the bottom here. Lamar is spectacular. Secret Trust is my signature scent. Vimba's legit. Kushik's got great prices on certain things. Sometimes he runs crazy sales. They owe you. Hell yeah. Get your kickback hooking them up like that. You're fucking right. You deserve it. I ain't joking. I'm dead serious. You help their business? What, business relationships are out the kindness of your fucking heart? It's good business. You deserve a little something. You know? I think anyways. Elroy Prepson in the house. Ocean Enigma from Nassim I've never heard of, but I like the name Ocean Enigma. Three Little Owls set on Max Aroma. It has Black Sea. Oh, yeah, see, I don't want it then because Sun-gria is the main one I want. That the 3-pack you mentioned, it was like, that's perfect. I can't wear more than 4 sprays. I wouldn't imagine wearing more than 3 or 4 of this. So good. So good. I'm trying to get to the bottom. I actually agree. It has pieces of Club Black. Most people are talking about the vanilla. Well, yeah, for that, that's what I'm saying. Like, I could see, like, I get a little of this, a little of that. That thought process, I'm on board with. But to say, oh, this smells like Altair, or smelling Altair, oh, this smells like Mercedes-Benz Club Black. I'm not with that thought process. I'm with the, a little of this, a little of that. I'm with that. I agree with that. Most Wanted Parfum with pieces of Club Black. That's kind of, that makes sense. That makes sense. Well, better late than never. Much love, Frag Crew. Cindy de Bani, hell yeah. Wow, it's good thing. I mean, yeah. Absolutely. Good to see you, sir. Had to run group while I'm driving home. Scent of the day is 273 by Fred Haymond. Noted. A lot of people in the comments, Francis said basically a clone of Club Black. How about this? Do you have a decan of Altair? I'm assuming you do. Get Club Black. Fuck the comparison. Get Club Black. It's amazing. It's one of the best designer vanillas you'll buy because it's not super masculine. You'll enjoy it. I know your taste. That's one of those green light go Cara kind of things me and you talk about. Get it. $50 range. That's the price range. Get it. Now, when you get it, do the side by side and then come back and talk to me. And you tell me if that's one's a clone of the other. And if you say, yeah, I won't agree with you, but I'll respect it because I respect you. But that's how you'll know for yourself. Because that is, if you were already interested in Club Black, yeah, fucking right. That's, you like Prada Black even when I was like, that's kind of a risky blind buy for your taste. And you ended up loving it. So you taught me a lot with that one. I think you will enjoy this. I think it's a, like I said, green light go Cara on that one if you're interested. Whenever you're ready to start buying it. I know you're on a no-buy thing, trying to slow down right now, so don't rush. Don't break it because I'm saying this. But whenever you do get back to that, because it'll be great for the, the fall and the winter. That's going to be the time to wear it anyway. Great evening fragrance. Smell it next to Altair. And then come back and tell me what you think. That's kind of the price range I was expecting. Yeah, I agree, because I'd like to get a bottle of that too. 28 ml for $114. That's all I need, though. I'm late, but I'm here. Eddie, good to see you, my man. Zach gifted a membership. We sure appreciate you, sir. Cheek smiling really like, even though it's a bit strange, I don't like BR54. There's a little bit there. I agree with it, a little bit being blended in there. We actually made it to the bottom, so we're going to shut it down because we're hour 40. A little later, we had around 200 people for the peak. I appreciate that. We had a good crowd today. I sure appreciate all of you hanging out. There's 2 bottles I think I need for sure here. Sun-gria and Centaurus are the 2. Yeah, I'm definitely going that route. Club Black and Altair. That's what I'm saying. Some similarity, I'm on board with that. Clone, I'm not on board with. I'm not with that thought process. Some similarity, I'm riding that train down the track with people that feel that way. I'm on board. Black is smokier, more incense, and Brock's and Altair sweet orange blossom has cinnamon note. Yeah, I'm thinking my clothes just really like liquid brewing and wanted a bunch of shit that smells like it. I adore Prada Black. Well, yeah, good to see you, sir. You are late as shit. We are literally shutting it down. So, D got the membership. Hell yeah. Now you get to join us for the member stream for this next month, which for those of you that have yet to vote, let me go ahead, which D, you're not going to be able to vote. You got the $4.99 tier, but you'll be able to hang out and check it out with us. But for those of you that have yet to vote, the All-Star tier, which is the designer tier, right now, Boss Bottled Elixir 100 ml is winning the vote 45% to the 39% second place of Cosmic Pepper, 120 ml from Mancera. We also have Polo 67, Spice Bomb Infrared, EDP, and Legend Blue, which are far behind. They're all single-digit percentage of votes. So it's basically a race between Cosmic Pepper and Boss Bottled Elixir. Boss Bottled Elixir is winning slightly. And then the Hall of Fame tier, the niche tier, it was the choices are 100 ml of Roger Parfum's Creation E Parfum Cologne is winning. 53, nothing else has votes but these 2. So let me give you the 3 that don't have votes. Mancera Amberful, Tony Iommi Deified, Intense Red Tobacco, and then the 2 with all of the votes. 53% of the vote winning right now is Creation E Parfum Cologne to 47% of the vote, Seraphim Red once available. Because when we do this member stream in the first week of September, Seraphim Red will be up for pre-order. And when I get my bottle, I will get an extra bottle if it wins. But if it don't win, we ain't giving away a bottle, so because a lot of the comments I read was I plan on supporting George anyway, so I'm going to vote for, like Neil distinctively said, I plan on supporting George anyway, so I'm voting for the Roger fragrance. Makes sense. Definitely the most expensive fragrance in the vote, but that's what's winning right now is Creation E Parfum Cologne. So any members that can vote and haven't yet, go vote because your vote matters. It depends on what I'm going to buy. I appreciate you, sir. Oh, Icon, hands down. Quattro Pizzi is really good, but day-to-day wear, Icon, it can't touch it. Oh, Creation E is very much a boozy cognac cola tobacco fragrance. Very ambery, loads of heliotrope in the top. Like people want to say Tonka Cola is close to it. Not really. Tonka Cola is much spicier, lacks the booze, lacks the tobacco, is very spicy, is much more powdery, and has cherry. You don't get the heavy spice. It's not super powdery. You don't get cherry. You don't get none of that stuff in Creation E Parfum Cologne. Tonka Cola is almost like a stripped down reimagining. I love Tonka Cola. They're not the same fragrance though. They're not. That was the assumption I had before it released and I saw the notes, but it's not. It's not. Creation E is far superior. I would not take Tonka Cola over Creation E Parfum Cologne. Absolutely fucking not. But Creation E Parfum Cologne is kind of a must try. It's very cozy, very approachable. While all the things I mentioned, it's very mass appealing, highly complimented, phenomenal performer, great cooler weather fragrance. Great cooler weather fragrance. That's if there was such a thing as a fucking panty dropper, if that was a real thing, that would probably be one. I would assume. So, with that said, we are gonna everything's better than that. Everything. So with that said, we're gonna go ahead and shut it down. I appreciate everybody coming hang. I appreciate those that gifted memberships, those that renewed or became new members, as well as the super chats that we got here today. Thank you, Randy and Kaylin, for sending these decants my way. Again, on Friday, we're going to do some more from both. We got more from Randy, and we have more Lorenzo Pazzaglia specifically that I want to try more of, most notably Cherry Ink that Kaylin sent, plus this wad of tape with mystery decants in it that was part of the package from Kaylin that I will cut into. I need to grab a razor blade for. I forgot what he said was in there. I'm sure he'll mention it in the chat. But thank you all for coming and hang with me. Check out the Spice Bomb Dark Leather review from today. It's doing shit because it's an individual review. But like I said earlier, for those of you that weren't here, that's the kind of video that builds. In a year, it'll have 30,000 views. So it's doing poorly today, but I expected it to do poorly. So I appreciate the crowd that we had. Thank you all for being here. We will be back tomorrow. We will be doing part of that fragrance haul from Fragrance Buy that we bought on live stream last week. Half of it will be in a long form video recorded tomorrow that'll come out in the morning, and the other half we're going to do here live tomorrow around the same time, 5 o'clock Central. So appreciate you guys. Like the stream before you leave. Check out the Spice Bomb review, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.